Solon is in Los Angeles, packing her things with the kind of enthusiasm only someone desperate to disappear for 48 hours can have, when her friend shows up to help. Of course, nothing goes as planned. Her ex-husband Daniel, a professional at ruining people's lives while still managing to look like the victim, scores tickets for Izzy to see her favorite band at a festival. He just forgets to mention that Solon will have to drop the kids off at his house so he and his new wife can pose as a cool modern couple at the show. On the way there, Solon assures her daughter that everything will be fine, even though nothing in life is ever fine when Daniel is involved. When she arrives, she drops off the kids, exchanges some forced niceties with Ava, and tries to escape before anything implodes. But Daniel, always inconvenient, invites her to dinner with him and his new wife, as if Solon wants to spend another night being reminded of her own traumas. Naturally, she declines. But before she can speed off toward her long-awaited spiritual retreat, an emergency pops up. Daniel needs her to take the kids to the festival. Of course he does, because when something goes wrong, life is to blame, and the responsibility is always Solon's. The festival is everything Solon didn't want. Loud, crowded, and full of adults trying to relive the 20s they never had. Izzy heads off with her friends, while Solon tries to find a quiet corner. But peace is an abstract concept. She gets trapped in a conversation with a toxic middle-aged fan, escapes by saying she needs the bathroom, walks in the wrong direction, and, surprise, ends up inside the trailer of Hayes Campbell, the lead singer of her daughter's favorite band. He's kind, charming, and exactly the kind of trouble Solon swore she'd never get involved with again. After escaping the trailer, Solon runs into Hayes again during a meet and greet with Izzy. Zeke, always the accidental social connector, invites Hayes to visit Solon's gallery. At the show, Hayes dedicates an unreleased song, Closer, to someone he just met. Nothing like being subtly exposed to a hysterical crowd. Later, at her own birthday party, Solon realizes she'd rather talk to a wall than mingle with adults her own age. Thankfully, Hayes shows up at the gallery the next day, saying he wants to buy art for his house in London. And no, it's definitely not weird that he looked her up. When Solon hesitates to sell everything like apples at a farmer's market, she takes him to a friend's studio instead. Hayes finally admits he loved meeting her, and even suggests getting lunch. But to avoid becoming a public spectacle, Solon invites him over for a sandwich at her place. Between slices of bread and emotional vulnerability, they share stories of family failures. The chemistry is so obvious, even the piano in the room feels like it's rooting for the romance. They finally kiss, until an untimely phone call ruins the moment. Hayes, clever as ever, leaves his watch behind. A classic, "Oops, I forgot this" move, approved by 9 out of 10 Hollywood romance heroes. While Izzy heads off to summer camp, Solon tries to go back to normal until she gets a message from Hayes inviting her to spend the weekend in New York. She pretends to hesitate, but we all know the most classic lie in human history is, "I don't know if I should go." In NYC, they have a completely cinematic night, straight out of a romance movie. Music, improvised dancing, and shared traumas lead Hayes to admit he's terrified of being ridiculed. Solon promises, with her, that would never happen. The next morning, Hayes suggests she travel with him on the European tour. Solon searches for excuses, but Hayes has already knocked them all down. He bought every piece in her gallery, Izzy is away, and she has no urgent responsibilities. So the two of them embark on a romantic tour across several countries, where Solon is introduced as an art consultant. Everything is perfect until Paris. A paparazzo catches a photo of them kissing, and suddenly their relationship is the world's new favorite target. Solon wants caution. Hayes wants to shout their love from the top of the Eiffel Tower. Spoiler, that never ends well. During a relaxing day, Oliver, the friend no one asked for, mentions Hayes' famous trick of performing unreleased songs to impress women. To top it off, he lists the singer's past conquests. Nothing says healthy romance like discovering that your special song was actually just part of a flirty marketing strategy. Humiliated, Solon bolts. Hayes tries to explain, but she realizes she was never ready to go public. Not with her daughter, not with her friends, not even with herself. So she leaves, breaking both their hearts in the process. Back in LA, Solon tries to move on, until the world finds out everything. Their relationship explodes online. Izzy gets bullied, and obsessed fans begin to stalk Solon. To protect her daughter, she ends things with Hayes. One of those endings that leave your heart in pieces. Months later, Hayes shows up at her door, begging them to be together. They make a pact, 5 years apart, so Izzy can grow up away from the chaos. Time passes. Izzy moves to a new city. Solon tries to rebuild her life, and Hayes keeps shining on stage, still writing songs about her. Until one day, in an interview, he announces he's moving back to Los Angeles, to Silver Lake, to her. Now with no barriers, no secrets, no excuses. A real, finally grown-up chance to live their love. I hope you enjoyed the video. Before you leave, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a like so it can reach more people. And don't forget to check out the video on the screen. Just click it. I'll be waiting for you there.